Hi boys and girls, I'm so glad you're back. Let's get started with some fun math today. We have been representing or showing numbers using base 10 blocks and a place value chart. Today we will continue using our base 10 blocks and our place value charts to compare our numbers. Our important vocabulary today is greater than and less than. So if you would take just a moment and copy that down in your math journal so you'll have that as a resource for you to look at during today's lesson. One way to compare numbers is to look at the digits in the greatest place value. So let's go ahead and build a couple of numbers so that we can look at our greatest digit. So let's start with the number 235. And since we're comparing numbers, let's go ahead and build underneath that number. Let's build 146. Check with a friend and make sure that what you built matches what they built. Awesome. I know y'all did a great job. We've been using base 10 blocks and place value charts for a while now. Now, we're going to look at the greatest value. So we are going to look at the hundreds. So let's look at our hundreds. And in the number 235, how many hundreds do we have?
I see we have 2.
Awesome. And in the number 146, how many hundreds do we have?
We have 1.
And so which one is greater, 200s or 100?
Well, 200 is more than 100, so 200 would be greater.
And so to compare our numbers then, we can say 235 is greater than 146. Awesome. Please record that in your journal. We can also say 146 is less than 235. And we are showing that with our base 10 blocks and our numbers in standard form. I hope you remember standard form from our last lesson. Now let's build a couple of different numbers. We're going to build 372 and 345. Go ahead and build those numbers on your place value chart. Check with the neighbor and make sure that y'all have built the same number and you have the same number of hundreds, the same number of tens, and the same number of ones. Now we're going to again start with the digit with the greatest value. So where are we going to start, boys and girls?
Oh, I think we're going to start at the hundreds.
Awesome. So let's look at our hundreds. In the number 372, how many hundreds are there?
There are 3.
And in the number 345, how many hundreds are there?
You know there are 3 too.
Oh my goodness. And so boys and girls, when we have that, all we have to do is go to the next greatest value. So let's move on to the tens. How many tens do we have in 372?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7.
And how many tens do we have in the number 345? 345.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, so which one is greater? 7 tens or 4 tens?
Well, 7 is definitely more than 4.
Exactly. So go ahead and set up using our standard form, set up how you would compare those numbers.
So I think 372 would be greater than 345.
Awesome. I hope that's what you also came up with, boys and girls. Now, how can we say something about less than? Can you use the less than symbol with those two numbers?
Yes, I can. I could do it like this. I didn't really need to do that, but 345 is less than 372.
Awesome job. Good job. Now, in our number, what we have right here, 372 and 345, 7 tens is greater than 4 tens, so therefore 372 is greater than 345. But, what do you think we should do if both our numbers had the same amount of tens? For example, what if both our numbers had 7 tens? Turn to a neighbor and talk about what we should do if both numbers had 7 tens. Now let's see. I hope you and your friend decided that we should look to the ones place and compare the digits. So, how many ones are there in the number 372?
I see 2.
And how many ones are there in the number 375?
I see 5.
So 5 ones is greater than
2.
2 ones. So go ahead and make our...
I get it now. 375 is greater than 372.
Oh, I bet y'all got that right too. Good thinking, y'all. Remember, when we compare 3-digit numbers, we look and compare starting at the hundreds, then the tens, and then the ones if we need to move on when they are the same. With your teacher's help, write a note to yourself in your journal to remind yourself what the steps are in comparing 3-digit numbers. Let's try one more number. Show me 418 and 415.
Whoops. 418 and
415.
okay. There are 400s right here. They're kind of big. Okay, I think I'm done.
Good job. All right, where are we going to start, boys and girls, in comparing our numbers?
Oh, we're going to start at the hundreds first.
And let's see, how many hundreds do we have in our numbers?
4.
400, so they're the same. So what do?
We have to move over to the 10 spot.
And how many tens are in our number?
Oh my goodness, they have the exact same. They're 1.
Oh, now we need to go. What are we going to do?
I think we need to go to the ones.
You are absolutely right. Now let's look. How many ones do we have in 418?
We have 8.
And how many ones in 415?
We have 5.
Go ahead and make me a greater than.
Okay.
Use your greater than symbol.
18 is greater than 415.
Awesome job. Now I'm sure that your teacher has some more problems for you to practice with in your math journal. Nice job today, boys and girls. See you next time.
Bye-bye.